Faith leaders are talking about hate directed towards immigrant communities in the aftermath of last week's presidential debate where the topic of Haitian migrants took center stage. A panel of speakers talked at Midvale Community Lutheran Church this morning. They were with the Dane Sanctuary Coalition, a nonprofit advocating for immigrant community organizations. They talked about the myths and misinformation surrounding immigrants and asylum seekers in Wisconsin. Their message was about kindness above hate.
We are similar people. People came from the same source. So we should care for the needy. We should care for the people who are in distress. And this country have the capacity to do that.
An attorney for the Community Immigration Law Center says claims against migrant communities can put the lives of minorities at risk.